Doesn't interrupt our pledge.
Yes.
Okay, we'll open the board meeting. We will start with the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shall I answer it? It's Andrew.
Does he want to listen in?
Hello, Andrew.
I'm driving Tracy Road, they were paving.
Okay, so so we just said the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you wanna stay on and listen?
I'll stay on and listen if it's okay.
But it's just as being a
Yeah.
member of the audience. He's not a board member.
Oh, you can't vote.
Okay.
Right, fine.
Okay,
Okay, so we will start with clerk items. Item A, regular board meeting minutes, May 20th.
Make a motion to approve.
second,
All in favor?
aye.
Item B, water treatment plant upgrade, change order number 15.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes. Item C, unit data agreement.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second the motion for utility agreement.
All in favor?
Aye.
D, Harder, Seacrest and Emery agreement.
I'll make the motion.
Did you negotiate the prices? It's pretty high for municipal work.
Well, we were given the prices. We're not under a retainer. We're not under,
I'm just saying that, you know, when, I don't even think we're being charged that much when they do the, when she does the. Let's see, a moment.
Megan Doherty.
Yes, when, yeah,
I believe actually we got a better deal, is what Mindy said, that they,
I thought Megan was less per hour than this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Certainly, it's more than Brian.
first he was on the retainer. Got
Well,
paid.
so are they, babe. Yeah,
No.
no, he got that,
He
you
got
can
it
call me,
multiple.
but you'll
Yeah.
be billed now.
Right, so we gotta be careful.
Right, I mean,
Yeah.
but we're only billed
Has
to
to-
use.
But you gotta be careful who's calling and who's authorized to call
Right,
and
yeah.
about what.
Right.
Because this is the way the
Yeah.
town operates, and I know there's. Yeah,
Protocols.
yeah, you just can't pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Hi, what time is it?
Yeah,
I'm
I think
sure if
that's-
we wanted to go on a retainer like we did with Brian, it'd probably be a lower price, but.
well, I don't know. I didn't know how this came about.
Go on one vacation, right? Things move. Okay, so we have a first and a second. All
Well,
in
yeah.
questions?
Well, just, did you ever hear from Brian? Did he ever return your call?
I heard from him.
No, but I thought you were gonna.
No, I called him on Thursday. He was not in the office. I left a message. I emailed him today, but in the interim,
Right,
that came in.
okay.
So maybe you're prodding,
When I left the message for him to call on, when I left the message on Thursday, I think it was, he said, you know, Village of White Plains, this is the only matter that's going on.
Right,
You know, he reads your minutes and everything, so he's gonna see what's on the agenda
Yeah.
tonight. Which I thought maybe. Is why I don't know,
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
but anyway, it's a bad way to learn that you're being replaced, is all I'm saying.
well, but we're also using Megan. You
Yeah,
know,
but that's me, and I'm happy. This is you're getting rid of somebody who you've had on retainer. And he sees that because he finds out in the minutes instead of somebody giving him a call.
Well, I think it came from months of,
Oh, I'm not saying you don't have, I'm just saying. If it were me and I was going to be replaced, I'd like to have gotten a call, not read it in the minutes or the proposed minutes, that's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
Professionally,
well, we will be sending them a letter. I mean, let's face it, we've been asking.
yeah, I'm not
Enforce.
disputing that you should or shouldn't do it, I'm just saying the way it was done makes us.
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Those opposed?
oh,
Check. Okay, item E, electric department resignation, David Corson,
no, Jake
Corson.
Corson.
Said I actually had, I didn't read it properly.
I'll make the motion, and with regret. He's a young man, would be nice to keep him here, but love wins out. And he's moving for love.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Okay, approved with our fond wishes and hopes that things work out well for him. Okay, item F, Police Department resignation, Tom Herzog. Another one with a regret,
oh yeah,
motion to accept or approve.
I'll make the motion to approve with regret.
Yeah, no, if, whatever happens, Janet, we don't approve.
It's gone.
he's got, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, another person that was loyal to the department and stayed with us.
Yeah.
We had bad times and no time off and all, and I will give him a call and thank him very much for his service. Item G, part-time parking enforcement hire, David Lally, get it right?
We think Larry.
What do you think?
What do you think, Lally? Starting wage per union contract, he'll be part-time.
I'll make the motion.
second.
All in favor?
I,
Very good. And I think a lot of you have seen the protect the looms request. I did mention it to Brad this morning. And we'll have him get in touch. I don't know if it's a placard board or
Right.
if it's written materials, but we'll find a spot for it. If the board wants that, motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
I,
One more item, just as a follow-up to Kimball's resignation, he is asking for a third-class line worker job posting.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
All in favor?
I,
Okay,
And that is it.
all right. Treasury item, an affidavit is number 21. Do I assume thank you, Jackie, are in order?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
second.
All in favor?
I,
Very good. Assuming nothing else is coming from Treasury. And anything anyone would like to add under new business?
Oh, I think, thank you to everyone who made Community Day happen. That was a really good event.
Was a nice day. Gets bigger every year. Who arranged for the weather? And the bugs to
Yeah.
calm down. Yeah, it's very nice.
Meanwhile, I was working away at the bookstore.
What?
I was
No.
stuck at the bookstore.
Bummer.
Anything under old business?
I think you all saw my email to Anita on the request for some concert on the Oval.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a community, a municipal event, in my opinion. So I think they have to go through the procedure.
Okay, yep, and we'll be sending in that application.
And I don't even know who it is or what it is or.
So they came to us originally, then we send them to Roost. It's someone from La Crosse who wants to do a benefit concert. They want to do it in its park like everybody does. We told them that wasn't gonna work, so they worked with Roost and I guess have come to an agreement with the school to have it on the Oval.
Okay. Let's see, any other old business again? Under mayor items, I was just going to mention community day again as well. Great job, Val, and Roost is also part of that. Yeah, to both of them
so's Ordo,
in order, okay.
and the training center.
Training center.
I mean, there's a lot of
That means
people.
I messed up with my-
Yeah.
Good job. Any commissioner reports?
So I probably was asleep when you said old business. No, I wasn't.
Yep.
So, you know, there's been some back and forth on parking and speed. And, under the parking, I looked at the whole section on our whole vehicle and traffic and that, there's a lot of things in there that need to be addressed.
All at once.
That would be my recommendation if they can get done at once. With regard to the speed limits, I sent you all some information on that. I did talk to the chief today. You know, when it was done back, when we did that, the language says unless otherwise established. And I guess the question has arisen, can you establish it just by putting up the signs? Or do you have to establish it some other way including the whole professional engineer coming up with his or her opinion that it should be X instead of 30 because of the circumstances that surround the situation. That's up for debate. But,
By who? When you say that's up for debate?
well, I talked to Chuck
Yeah.
today and he's unclear.
Okay,
And I know that's the way we came around to it back in 2004.
it was very confusing. I mean.
Right, I mean, I looked at the minutes and you sent me everything, and I just read the minutes and said, well, we can. It's me who said, oh, well, maybe we can do it by unless otherwise established. So we'll have to do some more research on that. Nobody's thrown out tickets that when people get stopped for speeding, that nobody said, oh, that's an illegal sign or we don't have to do it, so I'm not quite sure where all this is coming from.
Well, it was coming from Chuck.
Yeah, and I talked to him today, and I said, do you not agree? He said, well, you know, then they looked at that, it wasn't ever established by a professional engineer or anything. The village board just did it, because they knew that,
We could.
Yeah.
So why can't we do it again?
well, we've got,
So why can't we?
I think Chuck wants to make sure that the tickets can hold up in court
right,
and
It's
not
legal.
waste his officers' time
It's
writing
legal,
them.
yeah.
right,
Now, it's not wasting their time if they're driving recklessly.
but
on
we
some of these
have,
roads,
yeah,
so.
but we have said, I mean, the way the current law is written, to me, I think it's enforceable,
Okay, well, we'll let you and Chuck
okay,
finally.
But I would like to see the speed limit lowered.
for the whole village.
Yeah, I
Well,
would.
that's, if that's what you wanna debate and collectively decide.
Okay,
then-
got it.
Then we can just establish that, but.
Sure,
But we probably have to come up with some reason for it.
okay.
So,
If we're looking at this section and the drafting generally, I think my request is. Can it be more in plain English than it is now if we're doing rewrites?
I
You
think
know, and obviously it has to be like legally sound, but I think that there's a lot of legal documents that are quite at its legalese.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
So it's like the language is,
I thought it was pretty clear. The speed limit is established as 30 miles an hour in the
Unless-
village.
unless
Unless otherwise
otherwise.
established or in a school zone. If you're going over 30,
And then there were what, 4 roads that were,
no, there were
Labeled.
3 roads,
Three
3
roads.
school
okay,
designations.
maybe I'm thinking about the parking one, but it seems like. that-
Well, the parking, yeah, that's all wrong.
It's not, but I think also just like, I think what would be really great to see is if like, you know, someone. Who's just a member of the public could pick it up and then it's legally sound, but then it's also clear for someone.
I disagree with you. I think it's very clear if you're parked out within the parking meter zone and you do not have you haven't paid for parking, you're in violation. I mean, I don't think there's any question about that. What I marked up was, you know, there was language in there about staying, you know, so in the old meters, they had time on them. And if you pulled into a parking meter spot that still had time on them, you didn't have to pay.
Mhm.
And so we have to clarify just how the system works now.
Agreed.
One of the issues is right now, you don't even have signage in some areas where there are parking meters that say parking, and you do not have to wait to change the hours if that's what you're going to do, because the hours are posted on the Flowbird.
Let's see, is
What
this
do you want?
the,
No.
is this the language here?
Yeah, parking, no, parking goes on forever,
Yeah.
but I don't agree with you that the whole issue on this is hard to understand. I think it doesn't reflect how the parking meters currently work.
I agree.
For example,
with
I
that.
pay for 2 hours and I park down here, and I still have 2 hours, or have an hour, I can move up to
Yes.
somewhere else,
Right,
Mhm.
because I'm paid.
Yeah.
Now, I think what you're going to have a lot of problems with is this idea of residents getting free parking sometime. If that's what you're talking
well,
about,
we're doing it already. We're doing free parking for residents
From
from
8 to 11.
from 8 to 11.
right, but how you establish who's a resident
They have to get a resident pass.
And there were some emails that said anytime a resident could park. There are emails going back and forth.
I think we
You wanna go to the movies.
Yeah.
You get to
Well,
park.
We need to debate what that means, and
Right.
we're also
Well-
very lucky that we have Flowbird, which allows a lot of different technologies.
That was something that's coming up in our workshop, meeting.
Right now, it's 8 to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
and
there's
that's
no
it.
other time.
Yeah,
Right.
And we just
Who
need,
knows that?
If you sign up for the thing, you get a little.
I didn't even know that. And I'm
it
a
was
resident.
last year.
Yeah, but
Go get
who
one.
knows that?
Well, 400 people know it, because we've given out 400.
And I just,
people are happy.
I think you have to look at the 8 AM start.
Actually, on the application, it says 7 AM. 7 AM to 11 AM. We picked, I mean,
Well, anyway, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
okay.
I sent you redacted in, how
Yes,
this,
yeah.
you have to tell me how
okay,
how do you want it to work?
So my suggestion, and I think that this is purely on language, not substance. But like things that, I think that it's possible to write rules that are legally sound.
Well, the only
and
people who
clear.
have to look at this are the police.
Mhm.
It does, the public doesn't look
No.
at this.
Some people look at it,
No, they don't, they get a ticket
yeah.
and it's,
But I think-
this is more for us.
Good, I mean, I think good practice with rules, I mean, it makes it so that you don't need to be a lawyer to be able to understand it. And I think if it's easy to do both, I think that would be my personal preference, I don't know what other members think.
So it's up to the board, I don't care.
Well, let's bring it up at our workshop.
I think you have to decide what your objective standards are going to be,
right.
Mhm.
and then we can work on things.
I mean, that's what I hope the workshop is going to be. I'm attended. Anything else?
No, I'm awake now.
Sydney, anything from you?
Nothing from me.
How are you doing?
Well, I've been better.
Well, you look good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have you in our thoughts and prayers.
I'm almost over it. I just kind of lost my voice today, so
Oh, yeah,
thanks.
yeah,
Better days are coming.
lots of water and some omega-3.
Yeah.
Okay, motion to, anything else? Motion to adjourn,
I'll make the motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Very much.
Andrew, go home.
I'm stopped at the top of the Cascades to listen to the end. So-
Oh, you stopped, you pulled over, all right.